Boom. What is up? Testing, testing. Yeah, look, we got the arm at the shop. Finally, it is here. We're going to hang out a little bit and chop it up, see who's in here. What up, Brian? How's the coast doing? Everything's pretty chill here on the east side. How do I sound, man? I'm getting used to this arm here. And there's Juliana testing. What up, y'all? Yeah, we're gonna hang out for a little bit. Juliana's probably farm thugging, so she won't hang out for long, but I'd love that she taps in at least. And I'm sure she's squatching the like. And yeah, we got a few Bigfoot reports. What up, Judy? And Jonacide. Cool. We got a few people in here. I won't waste too much time. Yesterday we did a quick little live here at the shop and didn't quite do an unboxing, but we were showing the arm here, and I thought I had to drill it. So it comes with an option of a clamp or this other thing where you could drill a hole, and I thought I had to drill the hole and put the thing. I was all confused. But anyway, the clamp, the arm attaches to the clamp, but yet it wasn't like super fastened. So I think something was missing in the package. So I had to rig it up and put some electrical tape around the bottom of the arm that connects into the clamp to just keep it from just keep it sturdy, keep it from wiggling, and it's been doing the job. Yeah, clean as a clean bong. And yeah, cheers to that, Juliana. What is up, people? What else is going on? Let's see. We got some reports. We're gonna get right into it. I know there's some shows coming up later today, so we won't interrupt their shows. So let's see. It's been a pretty chill day at the shop. Not too bad. A little business flow come through, and hopefully we get another wave this evening. And it's what, Thursday? Are we the 11th? Is it December? It's 80 degrees outside. What's up, Todd? What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna read a few Bigfoot reports off the Bigfoot mapping project, as it is dotted with a bunch of little green lights. Check this out. Looks like 5 since we last checked. Actually, yesterday we pointed out, I think it was 2 or 3 of them. We're going to go ahead and get into these reports. Hopefully they're good. And they have been lately. There hasn't been any more twerking Bigfoots in Florida reports, so that's good. Thursday, yeah. Yeah, what's the weather like at Venice? Is it a hot one? Every people out in bikinis and swim shorts and all that? You know that one guy, let's put ourselves here. I forget. I gotta remember to put myself up. Although you could hear me in the background, but it's show face. Yeah, there's a few weirdos out in Venice that I could point out. Give me 1 second. We got a customer. What's that? That's how it goes. All right, we got mail too. Let's see. Come on, camera. Where you at? We're gonna activate it. All right, it's not active. We just turned it off. And I'm gonna grab my headphones. Boom. Here we are. So took care of that customer, and we got a Amazon package right here. They were supposed to. Hi. Yeah, I'm live. What's up? No, no, no. You're good. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. That's Ma Dukes. Whenever she calls, you answer. Y'all answer when your mom calls? You better. Anyway, we got a little package, so we might do a little unboxing. This was supposed to come yesterday, Amazon. I don't know what happened. They sent the message saying that they were going to send it later in the evening, and we closed at 7, and they still didn't come by. I know they stay out late sometimes, so big up to them. It was a nice young man who delivered it. Cool dreadlocks. And I don't know, maybe we could get a discount. I'm gonna send them. What do we do? What are the steps you take when? Because they should be able to give me a refund, right? If you pay extra for like overnight. I had overnighted this part right here, and that came, but not this thing. So this thing's a little gooseneck. Let's open it. A little gooseneck for the phone, so it's got a clamp also. And it's got like a gooseneck, so you could put your phone. Although I do have a little tripod here, but that makes it a little more difficult. And there's Roger. So now the bar and grill is open. Y'all know Roger got a bar and grill. Yeah. So let's see. Where do we open this? Check out the little gooseneck, clampy poo. Here we go. There it is. And there goes part of it. All right. So we putting that to use a little later. Thank you. And thank you all for helping me upgrade with these things. You know, we need this stuff. This stuff's really helping my back out. When I tried it out at the pad, at the lily pad, I was like, oh my goodness, big difference. Cause I was, mentioning I was leaning forward to talking to the mic, and I could just kick back, rest on the chair properly. But if I do need to like reach up and deal with the laptop, then I have to stretch forward just a little bit. So you got to do some work while you're sitting there. It's all good. Let's see here. Let's get into these reports then. Cheers to anyone coming in. Woo, I'm starting to sweat. It's that hot. I got the AC on and I'm still sweating. Maybe because some of these lights, we got some special lights on here too. All right, so this is 11/9, really recent. 11/9/25, 113. They got the timing right on the dot. 113. Should put seconds too, huh? It says based on recent. So this looks like between Oregon and Washington on the west side of things. We'll zoom in a minute here and check out the location, or maybe it'll tell us here. I see. So based on the recent reporting on this site, we visited Dibley Beach. Anyone know Dibley Beach County Park to investigate. A single track was observed in a small muddy clearing among the tall grass near the pond. Due to heavy rain the previous few days, we believe this location would have been submerged until maybe 24 hours prior to our visit. The track was approximately 15 to 16 inches long, appeared to include toes with no claws. Got a pedicure, Bigfoot. And maybe compound. Let's see. What's it saying about compound? Lost my place there. Compound print. All right. So no claws and maybe a compound print, meaning like impression. The mud was too wet to cast. Bummer. The location was difficult to get to, and the route involved navigating thickets of thorny blackberries. Yum and ouch. No other tracks of any kind were observed in the vicinity. Conditions were sunny and clear with temperature in the low 50s. We attempted wood knocks and call and response, but heard nothing. While we can't be certain of what made the track, it clearly was not a bear, ungulate, feline, canine, or horse. No tread impressions were present to indicate boots or waders were responsible. Footprints, yes, no additional comments. And let's go ahead and zoom in on this report here. Dropping the man. What up, everyone? How's everyone feeling? Squatch the like if you haven't. Why not? And yeah, right on the border there. Let's see. Still zooming. So I see Delana Rainier. There's a long view above that. The 5 is off to the right there and looks like a pretty big river, I would say, cutting through there. I see a highway below here, Highway 30. And so I don't know, is this Oregon or yeah? So it's on the Oregon side of things by a hair. Yeah, he was across the river. And I see a Prescott way down here. Yeah, maybe someone in the chat is familiar with this area here and may have other reports. Yeah, very recent, super cool. And we're going to zoom on out here and bounce on over to the next report, which is surprisingly on almost on the border too, but it looks like it's on the Idaho side of things. Western Bigfoot exploration. I wonder how far you are from here. Anyway, so I see Colville National Forest. Let's drop the man in here. Second report. Welcome on in, everyone. I see a Priest Lake. That looks pretty big there. And it looks like Upper Priest Lake. And these other little diamonds here, I believe, are other reports. So this is 8/6/21, several years back, 1:34 a.m. You got the 4 minutes in. I guess it's important if you got the time, the exact time. It says, was camping at Navigation Campground on Upper Priest Lake with my father and brother. We were all sleeping in the same tent. At around 2:30 a.m., we were awoken by some strange noises a little ways from our tent. Sounded very weird. It was almost like a big group of birds chattering or almost like digital sounding noises. Now that's interesting too. I've heard recently people describing almost like a audio type sound in the field. So that's super interesting there. After hearing clips of samurai chatter, which comes up a whole lot, and I heard recently there's one other person, I think Politis recently mentioned getting a samurai like chatter recorded. Who was that? It was recent, very recent. They mentioned that. It was kind of like that, but really fast and just consistent noises, like no pauses at all. My dad gets out of the tent and sees a ball of light. Oop. We got orbs. Sounds like we got orbs. Let's see. Don't jump the gun. Sounds like orbs. Yeah, we got some orb sound effects. Where are you at? uh, let's see. So, Pop sees a strange ball of light where the noises are, and after a few seconds, it shoots off into the woods faster than anything he's ever seen. He poked his head into the tent and told me to get and see what he was seeing. But by the time I got out, everything was gone and it was quiet. Bummer. May not necessarily be Sasquatch, but who knows? Was very creepy, and I did. I think it was Squatch. Something about that ball of light. All right, Idaho. Upper Priest Lake. Let's see, where are we going next? Are we leaving? Oh, look, we're going right above across the border to the neighbors up in Canada. We got any Canadians in the chat? Cheers to our Canadian friends. And you could see Calgary very nearby there. 5:15, 2010, 3 p.m., 8-footer. It says this happened when I was a kid. Made long weekend while camping 15 years ago at McLean Creek or Creek. Another note there, creeks, Creek Devil. Comes up a whole lot. Me and my dad, once again, Pops and I, that's super cool. Went for a short quadding trip, fun, to the gas plant and back to camp. While heading back to camp eastward, I happened to glance behind myself and spot something black crossing the road behind me, maybe 300 meters away, right at the bend of the road. Yeah, we hear that a lot too, the bend of the road. Things happen. It was walking relevantly slow, which was strange. It wasn't in a rush. Yeah, Bigfoot wasn't late. Its arms were not really swaying either. Me and my dad were quite confused. Yikes. That one deserves let's see.
Huh?
Right? Or how about a
Bruh.
yep. All right, we're heading on to the East Coast now. Hope y'all enjoying this. If so, y'all know what to do. Feel free to share it out. Don't be shy. Hey, looks like Chicago. Uh-oh. Bigfoot in Chi-Town. What's going on? In Chirac, probably. Here we go. So we're zooming on in. Gerald and Jane. Once again, much love to the Fountains. I love you too. My adopted family. They've adopted me. Mom doesn't know about that. Anyway, mom was calling for me to check something out. She sent a TikTok. So much love to moms. Be safe out there. Told her I'm live right now. Yep. She's done it before. You know, my mom's got a TikTok. It's got like 1 million something views. I was like, whoa, home run, mom. Way to go. 8:15:09. Didn't we just do an 8:15? It's like a year previous. We'll have to go back and check that. Thought it sounded like a 8:15 earlier, the last report or something. 11:07. Yep. What time?
11:07, sir.
All right, so no sex in the champagne room, no vocalization. Thank goodness. We were hiking near Swallow Cliff. We took a smaller side trail off the main trail that heads east towards Lagrange. I was going to say La Grande. Lagrange Road. Actually DJ'd at the Grange up in southern Humboldt. Love the Granges. On the side of the trail, we noticed huge footprints in the mud. I wear a size 14 men's shoe. These prints were much larger than my feet. I would say easily 1.5 times what my footprint would be. Okay. Oof. The prints were on the north side, heading west on a trail overlooks a small ravine. I'm reading it as it is. Overlooks a small ravine that has a picnic table at the bottom. Oh, yeah, probably getting spied on, seeing what's for lunch. On other nights, we also experienced rock throwing in the area. Oof. That's dangerous. Because if, for the most part, we feel that Bigfoot, no wood knocks, no other comments, that, people believe that they don't aim at us. Well, maybe what if Bigfoot really just has a bad aim and misses all the time? Most people say that they purposely miss us just to like kind of test us or scare us. Sorry about the zoomage there. The man is kind of pop locking there back and forth. All right. So Illinois in the house. That was for you, the fountains. Hopefully they're in here. Let's see. If not,
Chiro sounds to the office, please. And Gerald to the office.
Looks like Philly. Is it Pennsylvania? No, New Jersey. Diesel in New Jersey. Might be a Diesel sighting here. I think he had one several weeks back on one of the streams. There was a Jersey sighting. So I do believe this is New Jersey. There's New Jersey there. Egg Harbor City. Wharton State Forest to the top there. And I'm trying to read, what is this? Hamilton. Ham, no burger. Here we go. And you can see there's several other squatches around. So if you're ever interested on finding more about the area, you could click on those Bigfoots there and get some more information. And 8/26/15, so several years back, 10 a.m. And it says I posted hundreds of times over the years, but basically I met a girl on a dating site. Oof. She said she was in the hiking. I kind of lied and said I was too. Big mistake. We decided to go here. We met early in the morning. It just so happened that we made plans that day before, so the next day was my birthday. Huh. So we get to the old village early in the morning and we proceed to walk the woods. Now, this is weird or strange or unique place. And it says, now this is a weird or strange or unique place. Sorry, I was looking out the window, kind of watching my side. It's sand-covered forest, cool, floor, with trees in the pine barrens. So I didn't physically see anything, no footprints, no video, but had classic other sign. Add the S there. I do believe it was the Jersey Devil. Ay, ay, ay.
The Jersey Devil.
Yeah, we hear about that. Some describe it almost like a griffin, like not like a griffin. It's like some winged dinosaur reptile creature. Others say it's a Bigfoot. I always thought it was some sort of Bigfoot, but there is that winged creature as well. What is the Jersey Devil to you? Let us know in the chat. Diesel, break it down, brother. Are you in here? I can't see the chat right now as I'm reading off these reports. What up, everyone? Welcome on in. Let's see. The Jersey Devil. Yikes. But there's a possibility it could have been a Bigfoot. Strange odor. Yeah, we've been talking about the odor a whole lot this year. Strange feeling being watched. While before there was insects, birds, squirrels, etc. I think is what he means. There was total silence. Had weird reaction of stomach ache. Ooh, could have been the chili though. And head pain. That sucks. I know we were not alone. There was no other people around for hours and miles. The village or town is hundreds of years old. Wonder if there's some old world structures there. There is some additional comments here. So it says, so I'm not mentally ill. I think we all might be to a certain level. I'm not a nut job. Okay. I'm not a drug user. All right. I'm not an alcoholic. Cheers to that. I'm not doing this to get famous. Well, you're getting some fame now, bro. Or have the press contact me or be on television shows or movies or this real let me see movies of this really happened. Got it. I'm willing to take a lie detective test. Right on. I would not lie about this. If I was lying, I would say, "Oh, I seen it." Give me 1 second. All right. Someone asking for cigarettes and we don't have them. There we go. Thank you, camera. Find my place now. Saying what's up to the homie outside. Let's see. Where were we? So he's not a liar. He's not an alcoholic or drug user. Let's see. He's willing to take a lie detector test. It says detective test here. And it says, yeah, he would have said, "Oh, he's seen it. He has the video. I have footprints. I have hair samples, etc." Where I'm 99.9% sure it was the Jersey Devil. There's that 1.1% chance it could have been a Bigfoot. And yeah, but it was something, not a bear, not a coyote, not a wolf, and not a fox. All right. New Jersey. So let's see what time we got here. 4:30. About a half hour in. Got those 5 reports off. What's up, Gustavo? Gemini Moon, welcome. Let's see. We're hopping in the chat now. Saying what's up to everyone. Let's see here. Who else? Anyone else sneak in? Lori in La Casa. Yes, we called them into the office. They're not here yet. They might be getting some detention here. Reading Gemini Moon's comment. I'm trying to throw it up. What's up, comment? Oh, I hit it now. Dang it. I read it though. That was funny, Gemini. Thurston, cheers. Right on. Who else? Anyone lurking? What up? So we got those reports off. We will quickly check. There hasn't been anything new added to the BFRO, but you never know. So we'll just check really quick. Checking our databases, folks. And I really enjoy getting these reports off to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it as well. We'll have a quick little sneak peek. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing new here. We've covered most of these reports. Actually, there was another one. This one was interesting. So this is report 79384 off the BFRO Class A submitted by witness Laura Baxter. Did we cover this one? I don't think so. Summer, September 5th, Tennessee. Hear a whole lot from Tennessee. Was peeping out Merkel, Tony, earlier. Been diving into his shows quite a bit lately. Good stuff over there. Let's see. Location, Old Federal Road off Blue Springs Road. Yeah, I don't remember that. At the PR crossing. There's the GPS coordinates. Those that love that type of information. Cleveland was nearest town. Blue Springs Road. Observed. We were driving across the the RR. Sorry, railroad tracks. Gotcha. Choo choo. And it came out of the shadows of the trees to cross the tracks, heading back towards Blue Springs, which is another theme we've been bringing up a whole lot is the railroad tracks. And there it is once again. When we slowed to get a better look, it stopped and froze, staring at us. Interesting. I heard Politis say yesterday that supposedly they don't look at us a lot. And I do think they do look away a lot, but there is a lot of reports where people are getting stared at and looked at. So I think it goes both ways. We tried to turn around to see where it was going, but it was gone when we got back. Yep. Bigfoot said, deuces, Audi 5. I'm out of here. And that's what happens a lot. Me and my 22-year-old daughter both saw it. Cool. 2 witnesses and mother and daughter. So it wasn't all father and son ladies. All right. There's a mother and daughter right here. So covers everybody. Hope everyone's happy today. Not cheer up. Light one up, chat. I'm sure. Is Hillbilly Urban in the chat yet? I see it a little smoky in there. It was around 2:30 in the afternoon. It was overcast, but muggy. And there's some mappage there. We love maps. P&W Rush, what up? I just checked out your video. Interesting tracks. Feel free to share your channel, or maybe someone share P&W Rush's channel in the chat. He just posted a video of some interesting footprints, and I believe he casted them as well. I think there was a little delay of a few days from when he found them, but he's in the P&W, Pacific Northwest, Bigfoot country. So, and he puts out a lot of cool videos. I found his card at Bluff Creek. So there was evidence of him being at Bluff Creek. And it was super cool that, it had his little business card with the QR code. And I was like, I wonder what this is. And got back home and scanned the code and found his channel. And I've been checking it out ever since. Actually, someone yesterday, who was it? I forget his name, but also covering, I think, like Mount St. Helens area. He was out putting up some cameras. I believe his name is Steve. Don't get me. I'm terrible with names. I am baked. Let's see. It's a little past 4:20. No wonder the chat's smoky. Anyway, so we got a BFRO report there. And it's not super recent, but it within the last few months. So super cool. And let's see, since we're still here, got a little bit of time. And I need to get off by 5. We'll go hang out with Jessica Jones, see what they doing over there. I am a moderator, so I'll be on duty as I'm on duty here at the shop. Yes, Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop, folks. Tap in with us. We're giveaway. The raffle's still going on. Like some of the backgrounds popping up. Eventually, I'm gonna stop using the virtual background and hook up. I need some lava lamps and need several things. Soundproof room. A lot of Tennessee activity and a lot of good researchers in that area. Don't forget Carpenter, R.I.P. Yeah, it's super cool to see his son. Oh, there we go. Look, My volume was a bit down. Dang it. But I think that's just to me. Hopefully it wasn't to you. Bummer. Yeah, it's super cool that his son's, pushing on with his legacy. And see, I had also Bigfoot Society. So I like pulling up his website a whole lot now. And just getting into the reports that are posted there. Darn it. There was one out of Cali way down here. Let's see if we can scroll down and find it really quick. There it is, El Dorado. El Dorado. You know what Dorado means? Kind of like people use it to describe gold color, kind of golden color. Even Dorado could be a certain type of like, I think I could be wrong, but frying in Spanish, Doradito, Dorado. I love this podcast, Joanne. I love you too. Much love to you. Much love to all the queens out there. My queen bee. Yeah, Mama Queen called a little while ago. Y'all missed that? Who caught that? Even my pops too. I respect my parents. I know there's some folks out there that don't. Miggy, what's up? Welcome on in. And yeah, let's get into this El Dorado. That's the Sierras. We've been reading several reports from the Sierras, so I figured let's continue it. And cheers to Jeremiah over at Bigfoot Society. Thank you, bro, for having this database for us to use. El Dorado National Forest location, Highway 50 near American River en route to Lake Tahoe, baby. Yeah. Might as well pull up we got some live feed cameras from Lake Tahoe right now. We've tapped into them before, and we might as well check that one out, hopefully on our way out of here. Give us a little visual eye candy too besides these maps. Highway 50, folks. Anyone? And again, I'll share that we shared a post, the Queen and I up at Lake Tahoe looking for Tahoe Tessie. And it was a crazy one. We had endured a storm, but we had a really nice place. I think that the toilet seat was heated, the floors were heated. It was amazing spot. But yeah, it was so bright outside. You needed shades, and we're looking around the lake. I was scanning. I wonder what happened to those video clips. Maybe I didn't take that much video, but definitely have been up there a couple times and loved that area. There's several interesting videos, Bigfoot videos also from the Lake Tahoe area. If you go on to YouTube, you could probably find them. And the date was February 2012. Summary: driver encountered large group of deer blocking roadway during snowfall. Witness observed a large bipedal figure estimated near 10 feet tall watching from near a tree above. Roadside cliff. Yeah, cliff watching. Yeah, I always look up there too. I do the drive-by squatching. I did a whole lot of this time around at Bluff Creek too. Just doing a lot of driving around. And any moment I was rolling the camera, checking for timestamps later. Noted red eye shine, probably baked. He is in Cali. Heavy musculature. I'm glad that came out. Swaying movement, which we also recently touched on, how we mentioned Christopher Noel's theory of Bigfoot's having a lot of what seem like autistic traits or features, possibly, which I find fascinating, and human-like facial features. Wow. Encountered, lasted several minutes. Whoa. And source Bigfoot Society member only episode. Yeah, I gotta become a member over there. Start checking out those member perks. A13 there. And all right, there it is. Steve Wolf, salute, sir. Where am I? There I is. Salute to you. Welcome on in. El Dorado is a mythical city in El Dorado. Yes. Did I say El Dorado? El Dorado. Yeah. In South America where the los conquistadores estaban buscando el oro en El Dorado, pero no lo encontraron. Yeah, the conquistadors were looking for the gold in El Dorado, thinking it was in South America, but supposedly they never found it. But then El Dorado, who knows? It's probably like a old world city, I would imagine. Probably made of gold. Yeah. All right. What do we have next? Let's see. So we'll take a quick little trip back up to Washington, I think. There's several articles that I wanted to get into. Let's see if I could pull it up. If not, we'll just hop on over to. Let's see. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. We'll just hop on over to Lake Tahoe and hang out. So it was Washington State. It was a report. It was submitted. Well, I guess the article was from earlier this year. And I have other articles pulled up, but not the one I want, of course. It's all good. We ain't gonna get our feathers ruffled up or our fur too tangled. Okay, I think I found it. But it's not popping up. What's going on here? Can we pull it up? There we go. Look at that squatch there. Wenatchee. River Bigfoot sighting leaves Washington campers stunned. And this is News Radio 560 KPQ 101.7 FM. Let's see what they got to say here. It says, imagine you're out camping with your buddy in some of Washington's beautiful forest. Oh, man, that would be great. The day is coming to an end, and you and your friend are sitting back in your campsite, talking and relaxing when you notice something strange a little ways away from you across the river. You grab your binoculars and your jaw drops at the sight you see before you. The elusive Sasquatch. Oh, yeah. This is what happened to two Washington campers late last month at the Wenatchee River. And it says Ryland Snyder reported to the BFRO, Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization. I was listening to Dave express himself about them recently. Again, a flash of beauty. I shared that over on the post. Super cool to see that. Wow, they had Dave Politis on. And what's that other channel, Camping in the Woods? I thought that was interesting. He had Politis on his show. You know, Politis is making the rounds. He's got that new documentary out that I still haven't seen. I'll probably watch it this weekend, hopefully. And it says about his and his friend's visual encounter on Thursday, June 26th, while out on a camping trip. And it says, according to Snyder, the creature they spotted was standing upright on 2 feet, around 8 to 10 feet tall, and had reddish brown, dark hair over its entire body. Yikes, including its face and hands. Hairy Squatch. The alleged Bigfoot moved through the brush before spotting the campers looking at it. Snyder stated that the possible Sasquatch turned its face towards them, showing a very ape-like face. So the report we heard with the ladies just before this one reported a very human-like face. So you get that. It goes both ways. And some of us humans look very ape-like too. I think I see it in all of us. Not saying we're apes, but probably a mixture of all types of creatures. I can imagine us all with tails, monkey tails. Let's see. Face like an ape with a flat nose, and then quickly ran away on two legs. Unfortunately, Snyder did not have his phone. Yep. It happened, Snyder. Yeah, what up, boys? The boys are headed to boxing. Some local youngsters. Unfortunately, Snyder did not have his phone or camera to help capture evidence, and he said that an unexpected and sudden illness prevented him from exploring. We just heard that too. So are they getting zapped or is it fear? More reports of zappage going on for sure. And yeah, I'm probably got some zapping type sound that I won't use. Gotta find one though. Have it on cue. Let's see. Unexpected. So felt ill. Very, very weird. I don't think I've had that happen. And if I have, it's probably due to other reasons, like the chili or the mushies or something. And much love to Robin M. Got to call her to the office right now, too, that I'm remembering.
Robin M. To the office, please. Nope. That was me. I'm making mistakes here. Dwarf, the office.
Ha. Getting excited with the cues there. But yeah, much love to you, Robin. I've received that. Wink, wink, got that. Oh, yeah. All right, where am I now? So got ill. He got ill with it. The area, let's see. The illness prevented him from exploring the area to look for signs of the creature's so no follow up. And which reminds me, I need to go do a follow up in these mountains here soon. But he hopes to go back and revisit the spot. Yes. That. What do you think Snyder and his buddy saw while camping at the Wenatchee River? Bigfoot, bear, alien, or some other animal? Do you think their eyes could have been playing tricks? Or, with the lack of evidence, do you think they were just looking for 15 seconds of fame? Aha. Yeah. You bought Dave's documentary and enjoyed it thoroughly, says Steve Wolf. And there's Digger Dog. Cheers to you, buddy. And enjoyed it thoroughly. He is all into the parent. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I still think that there's a connection between. He says he keeps emphasizing that there is no connection between Bigfoot and the missing people. There has to be, and I'm not saying it's all of it, but there's got to be a percentage because we know and we've heard of historical reports of Bigfoot taking people, and even when you get into stuff about the giants and stuff like that, they would take people, sometimes even consume them. And I've heard of Bigfoot consuming people too in the past. And why would it all of a sudden stop? So good to know, Steve, says Brian. And we're on the 10-minute countdown here. Let's head on out to let's head up. Well, from here it's head up, but let's check out Lake Tahoe. Might as well hang out for a few more minutes here. Let's see. There is the raffle going on. So if you go to Sky with the Y, SKYS, Sky's the limit.LA over on Instagram. That's the shop's Instagram. And we're raffling off a skateboard deck and a few other things. Sorry. Threw my camera off. Too many hand gestures. And I got to do this one. Let's see. How? We got to activate it. Thank you, sir. All right, let's head up to Tahoe. See what's popping up there. Probably some snow. And let me refresh this right quick. Big thank you to Heavenly Resort. Yeah, name fits it. For letting us check out these live feeds. And that's a view there. There you see, you can see the lake in the back. Tahoe, baby. Keep an eye out for anything poking its head up, like Tahoe Tessie. You know, maybe some of you didn't hear, but earlier this year there was a crazy, I don't know, did they even call it a, yeah, they called it a storm, right? It was like an unexpected storm that hit Tahoe. And I believe it was the one of the CEOs of who was it? Maybe someone in the chat remembers. I'm sure Digger Dog could tell us. There's Hillbilly Herb. I knew it was Smokey in the chat for a reason. But he was a CEO for, it was something big, something huge. It was, darn, I can't, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's a big service. And it was like, I believe him and 6 other people, possibly, or including him, might have been 6, but they all perished due to some gnarly waves and stuff like that. I guess the boat capsized. That happened earlier this year at Tahoe. So some scary stuff there. There's all types of trippy stuff about Tahoe, how it connects to another lake, and what are some other Tahoe stuff? Of course, UFOs, Bigfoot. Let us know your Tahoe strange facts in the chat. I love those live cams of interesting places. Yep, Lori. Yeah, we've been tapping into them. And I usually have a bunch of them lined up. Like I got Yosemite. I have a bunch of California ones lined up. So we can go from the mountains right behind me, up at Mount Wilson. Fox has a live cam from there. And I'm just talking mountains right now, squatchy areas that I got live feeds to be able to pull up in California. Then we go to Big Sur. That takes us to the coast. And I have the Yosemite cams, which that one is those are super cool. And then after that, we have the Lake Tahoe, and then we go up to Mount Shasta. We got some sirens going by. And after that, we have the Redwoods. So we make a little trip, and we did it the other night. We did all the live cams in like the ones I have pulled up. We made our way up to Northern California, up in the Redwoods. And so, yeah, we got Tahoe pulled up because we just pulled a report from there. And there's Poncho Zorch. Where's Tyler Palmer? I don't know. Do we need to call him to the office?
Pancho Zorch to the office, please, senor. Bring your books.
All right. So no sight. I have not seen Jane or Gerald yet. So maybe they're just hiding. Maybe they're lurking. Maybe they're out having fun somewhere. Hopefully. And yeah, let's pull up. Let's check out some other spots. Let's head to Lake Tahoe. Is known for being, yes, very cold. That the bodies, yeah, they exactly, yeah, a bunch of like mob hits and stuff. People have been tossed in there, right? Yikes. And they're nicely preserved and they're still there. And oof, not like Lake Mead where it's drying up and they're probably decomposing even further. Yeah, bummer for anyone in those situations. Gotta stay safe, folks. All right, let's see. Should we head to Yosemite? We could drop down really quick, head to Yosemite. We got a few more minutes left before the Cryptid Huntress is on. What are they talking about? We're gonna go cattywampus. Talking about the wampus cat there. Dwarf, you're lacking authority on your summoning to the office.
Damn it, Dwarf.
All right, Hillbilly Herb with the link there. This gal, Hippie Juice, lives on Tahoe making amazing wellness products from botanical distillations. Good stuff. Yeah. Sounds like my kind of juices, my kind of area to be in, my kind of peoples. Yeah, I seen a guy, I think it was Tahoe. And it's like something about small houses. He had a man, he was up there somewhere and it was just like a bunch of boulders around and he built it, with the help of I think some of his friends and stuff too. But he's got these huge windows. So all you see is the Sierras all around you. And you walk out, you could open one of the windows and totally walk out. And it's all just natural, made out of rocks and stuff like it's super cool house. Amazing stuff. I love those types of houses in those cool areas. Let's head to Yosemite then, folks. Let's pause this right here. Thank you, Heavenly. It was very heavenly. We're gonna bounce on over to the Yosemite Conservancy. And let's do the Wawona Dome. I like saying that. Wawona. And who don't like dome? Yes, he did. Could we play? Come on. It is not playing. All right, let's try this. Maybe their cam is not working. There we go. Let's go to High Sierra. Whoops. Let's go to High Sierra. So I got to do this like this. Sorry about that. Yosemite. Yosemite, Yosemite, Sam. There we are. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we're up in the High Sierras, folks. Look at that. Not as I would have thought there would have been more snow, but remember, it was 80 degrees out here. So I wonder what the temperature was up in the Sierras. As Steve Wolf requests, más frío. More cold. You want it colder, Steve Wolf? Or do you like it hot? We like it hot out here in SoCal. But I'm sure it's pretty brisk up north. Haven't heard any reports from anyone. Like, hey, there's a storm coming in. Anyway, y'all hang tight. A couple more minutes. Cryptid Hunter's about to be on. And I'm about to take care of a customer. So hang tight and we're going to head on out. Y'all head over there. We're going to chill out in the chat and chop it up. Much love to everyone. All right, we are gonna head on out of here. Was able to take care of that business right quick. Thank you all for hanging in tight. Let's see if we could hit our outro. Remember, I was telling you we had to have a staring contest last time because I've been noticing the live streams get cut off towards the end. So when I hit the outro, it'll cut the outro out. So I don't know what the heck. And yeah, that's right, y'all. Share them links. Look at that. Digger Dog sharing something there. Thank you, Digger Dog. Creatures from Another World, the UFO Cryptid Connection. Awesome. That sounds very interesting. And I'll go back into the live stream and click the links. I forget to do that sometimes. And there should be a way for me to save it here. It would be cool. And then let's scroll on down. What's Hillbilly? Oh, there we go. Perfect, Hillbilly. Thank you, guys. Let's head on over. Put a link for the Cryptid Huntress there. And let's hit our outro. Here we go.